All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome. Welcome. What's going on, everyone? Sunday. Can you believe a whole week is over already? Not really. I can't. This week flew by for me. I don't know about you guys. But it's true. It is Sunday. It is, the end of a streaming week for me. For some of you, it may be the beginning of your week, because some people consider Sunday the start of a week. Okay. For me, it's actually my last day streaming of the week. So, yeah. Pretty cool. And we're doing some fun stuff today, which is always a plus to be starting up something new and interesting and different. So I'm excited for today. I hope you guys are too. If you guys aren't aware, what are we doing today? Well, let's talk a little bit, shall we? Today is Sunday, August 11th, 2019, and I am Darkside Phil. This is my first of 2 gameplay streams for the day, if you're not aware. And it is the premiere of my Grand Theft Auto 4 playthrough. The second time I'm playing this game. The last time I played it was over 7 years ago. Yes, a long time ago. Most of you probably were not following me back then. Let's be honest here. 7 years ago was quite a long time ago. And, I totally get that, a lot of you, today probably jumped on my content, a little bit after that. Most people are not super duper long time viewers, although maybe some of you are. All right, who knows? You never know. And if that is the case, thank you for being such a long-time follower and viewer, and I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that long-time dedication. But, however, for most of you, you probably didn't see my GTA 4 playthrough, alright? So, let me give you a little bit of background. Back in the day, I didn't used to use direct capture, and I didn't used to live stream. Alright? I actually used to have a camera pointed at my television. Now, this is from the years of 2008 through early 2013, alright? Just a digital camera pointed at the TV, and I would record that way. Yes, it was very, very primitive. I'm not above admitting that it was incredibly primitive, a very primitive way to film. And, it wasn't the best, but it was a way to get stuff done back in the day before doing video game playthroughs and the like was actually a mainstream and common thing. Now you think, geez, can you even think back to a time when there weren't video game playthroughs and streams on the internet? But back then, I was one of the innovators on YouTube doing the live commentary kind of a deal over raw gameplay, alright? So, it was around that time, around the very end of that time when I was using a camera to record, that I decided I wanted to play Grand Theft Auto 4. So GTA 4 is actually the very first Grand Theft Auto game that I ever played. I never played, Grand Theft Auto 3 or Vice City or San Andreas, even though a lot of people played those and love those games and cherish them. Oh my god, the best games ever. I didn't play those games back in the day. That was an era when I was only basically playing Street Fighter and competitive Street Fighter, going to tournaments and the like. And so I never played those games. I know how crazy that sounds. People in the stream chat right now were like, how did Phil never play these games? Because I just didn't. I was busy doing other stuff, Street Fighter was my main focus of my gaming life from about 1998 through like 2007. That's all I really gave a shit about, alright? Then when I was trying to get back into console gaming, alright, I started paying attention again to things that were on the latest consoles, and GTA 4 had come out in, I think it was 2007, and I played it, and I was like, wow, I was blown away by how good this game was. A crazy sandbox with all, it felt like a real city, people walking through the city who actually interact with you. It felt vibrant, it felt alive, it felt unique to me, and I really, really enjoyed playing through Grand Theft Auto 4 when it was a new release, okay? Of course, fast forward many, many years later when I became a YouTuber, and I always wanted to play this for YouTube, but people had always asked me to do Grand Theft Auto, the original Grand Theft Autos, like 3 and Vice City and San Andreas first, so I did. Incidentally, I played those first before I ever, played Grand Theft Auto 4. So it was, I believe, I want to say either it was late 2012 or early 2013, I'm not 100%. but I know that I'd started out my GTA 4 playthrough with a camera pointed at the television, all right? And it was fun to play, I remember. It was a lot of fun to play it, but it was a different time. This was before I was live streaming, so I didn't have live interaction with people on the stream chat who were, like, commenting and reacting to the stuff in the game. It was my old style of recording, which was basically just me, you know, kind of reacting to what's going on in the game, kind of like I'm sitting on a couch playing by myself, rather than having a live audience. So it's a very different kind of experience. Now, in addition, let's be honest, the visual and audio was terrible. They always were, you know, back then when I used a camera like that. And I used the in-game music. Now, a lot has changed since back then. First of all, if you're not, guys aren't even aware, basically Rockstar lost the license to use a lot of the in-game music in Grand Theft Auto 4. So a lot of the music that was originally on the radio stations isn't even on the stations anymore, even if you buy the game today. It was removed from the game. Unless you actually have the physical disc version, most of the music was removed from the game. You can't even get it, which is kind of messed up when you think about it, that you buy the game now and you can't even get, like, the original experience. But I guess that's what happens over time, okay? Now, in addition, let's face it, YouTube has changed for the worse, you know, since way back in the day. Now when you have licensed music in any videos on YouTube, basically your videos get claimed, and one of three things happens, alright? The first thing that can happen when a video gets claimed on YouTube is that someone else makes money on it and runs ads on it. Quite frankly, that's not so bad. It could definitely be a lot worse. It's a little annoying. You make a video and, you know, you put your hard work and commentary into it and you can't make money on it. But I guess that's life. Alright, YouTube system is broken. It's really stupid. But that's, like, the best scenario, okay? Alright, number two, your video might get muted. What that means is that they will either try to mute just the song, or they could just try to mute your entire video. So, you know, I played this game back in the day, so people would try to go watch the playthrough, and the video has no audio in it. Great. So all you can see is visuals, but you have no idea what's going on because you can't hear anything. Worst case scenario, scenario 3, they just block the video completely. And that happened to a bunch of my old school Grand Theft Auto playthroughs, is that they all got blocked on YouTube. You know, I played them and enjoyed them back in the day, and then YouTube changed and decided, oh, now we can't have music anymore in any videos. So they all got blocked, alright? So this actually happened with my Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, and Vice City playthroughs. And then it eventually happened with all my other Grand Theft Auto playthroughs as well, including 4 and 4's DLCs and 5. So essentially, those original playthroughs of Grand Theft Auto on YouTube are pretty much shot. You really would have a hard time trying to watch them. Pretty annoying. Alright. And it sucks, but it's life. It's part of corporate America. It's part of business, I guess. You gotta put up with all this stupid bullshit, okay? So, in reality, when all this happened, I always said I would love to go back and play all the Grand Theft Auto games that basically got ruined on YouTube. Now, last year, I had an opportunity to do that. I went back and I played Vice City and San Andreas and all those classic GTAs. And it was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun doing it. And it was a great summer. Basically, that was my summer last year, is that I kind of went back and replayed all the GTA games. So now, I guess, since we're getting, you know, later into the life cycle of, you know, GTA, and it looks like maybe in a few years we may have a new one at this point, might be a great opportunity to actually play, you know, some of the GTAs again that I played, you know, in this case, like I said, 7+ years ago. So, you know, ample opportunity for me to go back now and re-experience the game, okay? So, that's the deal. That's why I'm going back to play it again. For those of you who say, oh, Phil already played GTA 4. You're right, but it was 7 years ago, and the playthrough was ruined, so that's why we're going back to do it, okay? Now, I'm going to be playing this game on the Xbox One. As you know, many Xbox 360 games are available as backwards compatible on the Xbox One. This is one of them. And so I'll be playing on the modern console. It's pretty much gonna basically run exactly the same as it did on the Xbox 360. From what I'm to understand, it's not like there's any graphical upgrades or improvements or anything in the game. They're just basically, you know, exactly how it ran on the 360. Some people have already asked me, am I planning on doing the DLCs? Let me put it this way. I believe I have the digital rights, because I bought those DLCs originally when they were digital DLCs only. for this game way, way, way back in the day. You're talking, what was that, 2009, when those DLCs were released. It was, well, at least the Lost and Damned, I know for a fact I have the rights to, because I bought it and I was doing a YouTube playthrough in 2009, and that's when I got false copyright strikes for it. Okay? I don't know if I ever bought the Ballad of Gay Tony digitally, but at one point I had bought the GTA 4 collection, which was basically GTA 4 plus its expansions on a disc, but I don't have that disc anymore. I don't know what happened to it. I guess back in the day, after I did these playthroughs, I probably traded it in, because that's what I used to do. I used to trade in all my games, even though they were worth like $5 each. Okay, here's how I'm approaching it. We're in the middle of August, right? I want to play this game for about the next 2 weeks, get through the main storyline of the game and beat it. In late August, we have quite a lot of new releases, and then heading into September, we've got quite a lot of new releases. So I get the feeling that we're going to be very busy with new release content around that time. If time permits, and we have dead time and we want to mix stuff up, then maybe I would do the DLCs if they're available, and if, number one, they're inexpensive, or if they're free because I already have the rights to them. But I am not going to drop a significant amount of money to rebuy DLCs for this game. No way. Okay, the other thing is, we know the main campaign of GTA is always long. Like, this game, more than likely, will take me 20 to 30 hours just to beat the story. And, of course, there's a significant amount of side content and stuff that you can do in GTA as well. And I'll probably be looking into that stuff, okay, and see what kind of fun stuff there is to do. So, that being said, you know, this could end up being a pretty lengthy playthrough already. And again, if this were the beginning of the summer, and I was looking for something to play for 2-3 months, yeah, maybe I would do all the DLCs, because I remember the DLCs being significantly long. But being that this is a game that's basically a filler game until new releases hit in about 2.5 weeks, I don't necessarily know that we're going to be going that deep into the game with all the full DLCs, okay? We'll see. We'll see what happens. As I play the game and as we progress and go with that and just go from there, all right? As I like to say, we'll play it by ear, and we'll see how it goes. And, you know, if time permits and people are really digging the playthrough in the streams and they want to see more GTA DLCs, then maybe we'll do them. But if there's new releases that are hot and people would rather see that, then we'll do that, all right? We'll see. Let's see what happens, okay? Now, one thing that I'm going to say up front, and I'll say this again as we start the game. I can't play this with music, guys. There's 2 reasons. Number 1, because YouTube obviously will just ruin the videos again. And number 2, if you guys aren't aware, Twitch also does the same thing. Like, Twitch has certain games/songs that are loaded in that even if you have the music enabled, you could get into trouble for it. So I'm not going to mess with that. All right? We're just going to have the radio off for the entirety of the playthrough, which is fine for 2 reasons. Number 1, I'll finally get to hear all the atmospheric sounds in the game that they put a lot of effort into that you could never hear when the radio is blaring. And number 2, this is an interactive stream now, all right? This isn't like it used to be, where, you know, this is just an on-demand video for you to watch on YouTube. You guys are here live. You guys are going to want to interact with me and talk and hang out and have fun while the stream's going on. So while I'm driving around Liberty City, we'll be able to talk and interact rather than it just being, you know, music and dead air, which is what it used to be when I used to do Grand Theft Auto playthroughs, okay? So there you go. That's how it's going to go, okay? That's going to be the playthrough. So 4+ hours of Grand Theft Auto for today, the premiere of the game, and this will be a game that now has made it into my major rotation of games. It'll be played at least twice a week, probably, moving forward in the next couple of weeks, if not more. So you can definitely expect a lot of GTA coming up, all right? Fair enough? Okay, later tonight, my late night stream tonight, I'm going to be doing Throwback Street Fighter. I did this a little bit over a week ago to much acclaim. People are really enjoying me playing classic Street Fighter. They want more of it. So I said, why wouldn't I? I love classic Street Fighter. I'll play more of it. So tonight at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, 2 hours of classic Throwback Street Fighter fun. I'll be playing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo primarily if I can find matches. If not, we'll switch over to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and we'll alternate between the 2 games. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And, of course, later tonight, Jasper can join us. Jasper is my cat, and at night I leave the door open, so if he wants to come in and hang out, What's funny is the last time I played Street Fighter, he was very active. He came in here and he was like trying to jump on my joystick and press the buttons and stuff, which was pretty funny. So I wonder what'll happen tonight. We'll have to see. Okay. So there you go. That's today's streams. Tomorrow I'm off. All right, no streaming tomorrow. It's my day off for the week after 6 straight days of streaming. Even though I won't be around to stream, you can always check out all my archived content over on DSPGaming on YouTube. That's where I upload all of my archived streams. And, you know, this week was a very, very busy week. We had tons of progress in Super Mario 64, as well as progress in my chill games such as Judgment, right? Dragon Quest Builders 2. A lot of stuff this week. A lot of progress in a lot of different games. So I hope that you'll definitely check that out over on DSP Gaming if you didn't have a chance to watch it live during the week. All right. I'll be back on Tuesday. And a big variety of stuff this week. In fact, I have such a variety of stuff this week. I'm actually going to look at my own schedule that I posted on Twitter to make sure that I'm telling you guys the right thing, because this week is so varied, okay? So let's see. On Tuesday, it's Mortal Kombat 11. The second DLC character, Nightwolf, is releasing. So I'll be checking out Nightwolf on my first gameplay stream on Tuesday. It'll be me checking him out in, say, his tutorial and his the training mode to try to learn some basic combos and abilities. Then we're going to try out the arcade ladder mode to see his story. And then we're going to take him online. So a full 4+ hours of Mortal Kombat on Tuesday, including both offline and online gameplay of the new character, Nightwolf. Okay? Tuesday night will be my Madden 20 chill stream. That's right, Madden is now becoming a late night chill stream. It will no longer be a main 4+ hour gameplay stream. Hopefully, this allows the game to be accepted a little bit better, because I was playing it as a mainstream and people were getting bored and saying it wasn't challenging enough unless I put up the difficulty so high that basically it wasn't fun for me anymore. So what I'm hoping is this can now kind of take over for what MLB was for many, many months there, a chill late night stream where I just play American football and you guys can relax and we have an interactive fun rather than it being a serious playthrough. All right, we're going to see how that goes Tuesday night. If we play this Tuesday night and you guys don't like it as a late night stream either, then we won't do that either. All right, we'll just drop it. I'm okay with that. But let's see if people like it as a late night stream or not, okay? On Wednesday, Grand Theft Auto 4 will continue. All right, so more GTA 4 on Wednesday. And then Wednesday night's going to be my weekly Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royal stream, so that should be a really fun, action-packed day. Thursday, Super Mario 64 playthrough will continue, and if I continue at the pace that I'm at, I may actually finish the game on Thursday. Now, if I run into some difficulty with the last stages, which some people are expecting I'm going to, because they're saying the final few stages are very challenging, and keep in mind I'm doing a 120-star run. I'm trying to get every single star in the game. Then it may be another 2 sessions or so. But it looks like maybe I'll beat the game on Thursday, depending on how things go. All right, we'll have to see. Then on Thursday night, it's more Mortal Kombat 11, where I'll be giving Nightwolf another shot. Like as a multiplayer stream at night. We'll give it a shot and see if how things go after a couple days of people playing with Nightwolf. Okay. On Friday, it's my Dragon Quest Builders 2 live stream, and this game has really surprised me and blown me away. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is one of the most surprisingly good games of the year for me, even though many people are tuned out. It's just Minecraft. It's literally not. It's a very different game. Now we're in a plot segment where we've been kidnapped and turned into a slave on a slave island, and we're trying to find a way to escape the island and free all the prisoners. There's actually like a good plot. I really like this game. So that's going to be Friday's mainstream, excuse me. And then Friday night, we're going to be playing more Judgment. We're in the end game of Judgment at this point. I could beat it right now if I so wanted, but I've basically been kind of extending the playthrough to do some side content, and honestly, I'm having a lot of fun playing the side content that I basically skipped during the course of the campaign, so I'm trying to get a lot of it in here at the end of the game. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do that, and I'll be honest, I think I'd like to wrap up Judgment by the end of the month, so that it's not a lingering game in September. So we'll see, because I only have about 3 hours left of story, but if I'm only playing it in 2-hour segments 1 or 2 times a week at night, I don't know how much more time I'm going to have to play it. So I guess we'll have to play it by ear and see, okay? All right, so that's the rough schedule for the whole week. Keep in mind there will be more GTA 4 and Mario during the week as well, other than what I mentioned. GTA 4 is the major playthrough I'm doing kind of right now, so at least 8 hours of gameplay a week, if not more, okay? All right. So I hope that sounds good to you guys. I hope you guys are excited for this next week, all the variety, and all of that. All right. Now, a few other things to update. FYI, today is the last day for you to nominate games for the Rageathon. The absolute last chance. Okay. If you don't nominate games today, well, basically you're shit out of luck. So you have to head to thekingofhate.com. You have to go to the forums, go to the general section. There's a thread there to nominate games for the Rageathon. Last chance. All right, either tonight or Tuesday, depending. More than likely Tuesday, I'm thinking. I'm going to close that thread and make the poll by which you guys are now going to vote on the games that will be participating in the Rageathon Marathon. That poll will probably be open for about a week, and then once that poll concludes, then we'll schedule the Rageathon, all right, which will be a whole day of rage-inducing games. So, FYI, that's coming up, just so you guys are forewarned. You're going to have to get ready for it, and you have to nominate those games, all right? Good stuff, fair enough. Also, as you guys can see, we do have a sub goal for this month at the top of your streams that it shows 564 out of 600 subs. If we can hit 600 subscribers by the end of this month, we're going to be doing the next retrospective special event. In this event, you guys nominate your favorite moments from my 11 years on the internet as a content creator for us to go back and watch together on a live marathon stream. I'll react to said moments, give you behind-the-scenes commentary, critique myself. I've done this about 3 times in the past, and every time I've done it, you guys have absolutely loved it. But I haven't done it in many months now, so that doesn't become played out and old. I'd like to do something, more interesting and refreshing. So now we're bringing it back since it's been many months since I've done one, okay? But we have to hit that sub goal. Please consider subscribing to the channel for many reasons. Number one, you get access to a ton of emotes, including the new Jasper emo, which everyone seems to love. You also don't have to watch advertisements when I take ad breaks, and you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. So many benefits to subscribing. Please consider doing it. If you haven't, it supports the channel, but also you get a ton of cool stuff for it, and we can make that retrospective event happen if you guys sub this month. All right? All right, guys. I think I've covered everything I need to discuss. I think it's time for us to move on to the second segment of the pre-stream, which is, of course, the gratuitous plugs. It's your favorite part. I know you guys love the gratuitous plugs. You tell me all the time that this is your favorite part of the stream, and you wish that I would extend this part of the stream to at least be double as long as it normally is. So today we're going to go for the record, at least 2 hours of plugs constantly. Okay, no, we're not. Just kidding. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys very much for 11 awesome years as a content creator. I love what I do for a living. I love what I do for a hobby because it really is both for me, okay? I started off in 2008 doing this as a hobby at night, 2.5 hours a night after I got home from work. And I did it for about, 2 years doing it that method. Never made $1 on any of the videos that I put out on YouTube, but I became virally popular for being the guy with that kind of impromptu commentary over raw gameplay. Then I lost my job unexpectedly. Completely blindsided me, and I didn't know what I was going to do. So I said, maybe I could turn this hobby into a living. And by some miraculous, situation, I was able to. From the years of 2011 to 2017, I was a full-time gaming YouTuber. I really enjoyed doing that. But in 2017, the bottom fell out on YouTube. They lost most of their major advertisers, and it became completely impossible for someone like me to still make a living doing YouTube full-time. So I said, I got to do something different and drastic. I changed myself. I evolved. I became a full-time streamer for the past 2.5 years, and things, in my opinion, have never been better. My content is very fun and interactive. When you come to the streams, you can have a lot of, fun times just interacting with stream chatters and myself. It's not just about me playing the game anymore. It's not like me sitting in an isolation booth playing video games. Instead, it's more about the interactive experience that we have together on the streams, okay? And because of that, I love coming to work every day. I know it sounds funny coming to work because literally coming to stream to play games with you guys is my job, which is amazing, all right? But that being said, I now primarily rely on you guys for crowdfunding to keep things going, because if I don't get any crowdfunding, guess what? I can't pay my bills. I can't make ends meet. I can't afford the new games for the streams because YouTube doesn't really pay anything anymore. Even though I still upload my gameplay videos to YouTube, I don't really care about YouTube anymore. It's just basically archives of my streams. I don't do any original content for the website anymore. And because of that, I make almost nothing on YouTube anymore. It used to be my primary source of income, and now it's like less than 1/10 of my income every month. I'm not even exaggerating it. That's how bad it is. So that being said, if you guys love what I do, you want to see the live streams continue to be successful, you want to see me be able to continue to still do this fun stuff every day, put out 6 to 8 to 10 hours of streaming, archive the videos on DSPGaming, etc., please consider contributing in one of the methods that I'm about to mention. All right, this is how we keep stuff going. Now, that being said, I will say this up front before we even get to any of the plugs. All right, even though it is greatly appreciated that you do contribute, and even though it does keep the stuff going around here, it is not mandatory. I am happy to have people come by and hang out with me on a daily basis and enjoy games at face value, see my live reactions, laugh with me, rage with me, whatever it may be. It's just cool that people care enough to come and hang out with me on streams every day. All right? And I appreciate that greatly. That's why I said I love what I do for a living. This is amazing that I get to do this every day. But, even though it's not mandatory, it is very appreciated if you do contribute, because like I said, really it's your crowdfunding that lets me keep doing this. All right. So now let's talk about how you can support. The first would be to check out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. And thanks to anyone who currently is a patron. Give it a look. If you pledge to my Patreon, you get monthly rewards based on how much you pledge. And I could go into detail here, but I really won't because, the truth of the matter is that it's all self-explanatory right there on the website. All right, give it a look. Thanks to anyone who does pledge. I appreciate that. And let's move on. I have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun custom merchandise, including primarily t-shirts, but there's some other stuff on there too, like hoodies and stickers and mugs and the like. Great quality stuff. I can attest because I own a bunch of it. So give it a look. Anything you buy there helps me out and you get a cool collectible. And I've gotten some requests recently, all right, to make Jasper merchandise, to which I will respond, I have no problems with that. However, let's maybe give it a couple weeks for Jasper to be on streams and see, what happens with him and the funny stuff that happens when he interacts with us on streams. And maybe we can get some memes and stuff that could come out of it that we can make fun merchandise out of. All right, if anyone has any ideas, let me know. And if anyone wants to even take a stab at some designs, please go right ahead and send them my way, darksidephil@hotmail.com, or you can post them up on the forums as well, in the fan art section. There's many different ways you can submit stuff, okay? All right. Now, if you are here live on the stream, all right, well, guess what? Guess what? I'll tell you what, you're probably looking at stream chat and wondering why are people typing single letters and annoying everyone. Please stop doing that. That's very annoying when you guys type single letters as if you're spelling out a word. It's fucking annoying. Stop that. Stop that before I slap you. Like that. Slap you just like this. And you don't want to get slapped like this. There you go. Okay. Anyway, continuing on. If you're here live on the stream, all right, and you're enjoying the stream, and maybe you want to contribute to the stream, all right, you can do so. You can either cheer with bits or subscribe to the channel or tip me during the live stream. And if you do any of those three methods, I will give you a shout out during the stream, okay? As a way to say thank you. Now, understand that there's a few things about that. Number one, I have to abide by Twitch's terms of service. So if you say something and you want me to say or do something that I can't say because of Twitch, nothing I can do about that. Also, understand that I try to maintain a certain vibe around my streams, meaning I try to make it a chill vibe where people can come and hang out and watch my honest reactions to gameplay and feel like we're having a fun, positive time. I don't want to make this stream all about drama and arguments and derailing it, so that's why we don't usually talk about topics like politics or religion. That's why we don't bring up content from outside of my streams that may be viewed as negative. We don't talk about people insulting me or stealing my content. There's no point in doing any of that because all it does is derail stuff and gets us, basically sidetracked from what we're supposed to be doing, having a good time. You guys have enough drama in your own lives. You really don't need more. You know what I mean? So we're not going to bring that to the stream today. Instead, we're just going to relax and we're going to have a good time together. Okay? Fair enough? It is subjective. It's up to me what I say and do on my own stream. I control it by my own decision making. So please understand, I do my best to go out of my way and say thank you to everyone who does contribute. But if there is a contribution or two that I skip, there's probably a reason why. All right. Now, if you're the top cheerer or top tipper of the day, I'm going to put you up on the leaderboard. As you can see above your screens, at the very top of the stream, there's a leaderboard running. So you get some extra recognition if you are the top cheerer or top tipper of the day. In addition to that, there is a cheering leaderboard that's integrated into the Twitch chat, okay? This is a running tally of the people who cheer during the week, and basically updates automatically. And today is the last day of the week where you guys can contribute to that. Reason being, that resets automatically overnight between Sunday and Monday. So if you want to become one of the top 10 cheerers of the week, now is your opportunity. And by the way, it's been kind of a slow cheering week. It would be a really easy thing for you to get into the top 10. Like, it wouldn't be a lot of bits to even get into the top 10. I'll be running down the top 10 cheerers in just a moment. So you'll know, what you're up against. Okay? So, the truth of the matter is, guys, everything helps me. Everything, cheering, subbing, tipping, everything helps. And I appreciate all of that. Today, if you want to help me out the most, and you have the option to, tipping me will help me slightly more than everything else. For a few reasons. Number one, all my bills, came due within the last week or so, and money is incredibly tight right now. Basically, I'm just sitting on my hands waiting for my Twitch payment to come through, which it should within a couple days here. But tips help me so that if anything comes up and I need some funds to buy something or whatever, I have those funds, because right now I have none. All right. Number two, tips help pay for the games. And coming up later this month, I've got at least 3 games I'm going to be checking out, if not more. So tipping helps with the cost of games, okay? So please consider tipping me today, if at all you can. That helps a little bit more. There's 2 ways you can tip. If you look below the stream, there's a tip jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. Either way helps dramatically, all right? Thank you, guys. All right, guys. Let us now get to the shout-outs, shall we? Let's get to the shout-outs. And then we will get started with GTA 4. But first, I got to give credit where credit is due to those who have contributed. Fair enough? So the first thing I want to do is I want my laptop to work, which is still giving me troubles here. All right, I'm going to refresh my Streamlabs feed, because sometimes it doesn't refresh properly overnight. I want to make sure that I give credit to everyone who contributed. So let's refresh this sucker so that we have all the contributions in front of me. And oh my god, it's loading so slow. Ugh. I need to do a hard restart on my laptop, and I keep forgetting to do it. Maybe tonight after Street Fighter, I'll try to remind myself to do it. I hope I remember. Okay, so here we go. We start off with someone who did a $5 tip overnight. And just so you know, their name is Moritz. And I did read your message, and I appreciate that very much. They didn't want me to read it on stream, but they wanted me to acknowledge that I'd seen it. I did see it, Moritz. Thank you for the $5 tip overnight. I appreciate that. And there you go. Okay. So now moving on to people who contributed during today's live stream. We start off with the real Shania Twain. It's the real Shania Twain, not the fake one, the real one, who tipped me $1 and said, Phil, I have an interesting question. I've seen posts before about Kat experiencing things from your childhood that she never had, such as your favorite pizza restaurants. I don't know where you saw posts about that. It certainly wasn't on any of my content. Anyway, is there anything significant from her culture that you tried for the first time in life? Okay. If I answer this honestly, you guys have to promise not to make fun of me, because I'm very sensitive. You guys know this. I'm very, very sensitive. And if you guys say anything to hurt my feelings on pre-stream, I may cry. And I don't want to cry live. All right? I've used many tissue boxes in the past. Seriously, if I answer this, you guys better respect me and not insult me. All right? All right, can I trust you guys? Can I trust that absolutely no one on the internet would ever insult me, and you guys would treat me nicely and fairly? Can I trust you guys? Of course I can, right? Everyone knows everyone on the internet's trustworthy. So, all right. This is the truth of the matter, all right? Until, Kat moved in with me and started cooking, I had never had any kind of casserole, ever. Ever in my life. I never had any kind of a casserole. I didn't even really know what a casserole was. So, if you don't know what a casserole is, it's some kind of a baked food that combines various different ingredients. A lot of the times it includes some kind of pasta, but it doesn't necessarily have to. And Kat has made a few different kinds of casserole, but the one that I like the most and the one that she makes the most is her tuna casserole, which is basically just some kind of pasta. She used to do elbow mac, now she does rotini pasta with tuna, cheese, some peas, breadcrumbs, and a few other seasonings and the like. And all you basically do is you combine them all, into a bake pan, and you bake it in the oven, and then you serve it on a plate. I had never done that. The only thing that I ever done when I was a kid, my mom sometimes made like hamburger helper and stuff like that. But I had never had like an actual home-baked casserole at all. Yes, someone just said green bean casserole is a Thanksgiving staple. I never had green bean casserole ever in my life. I don't even know what it tastes like. I love green beans, but I've never had green bean casserole. It never was, because my mom she is half Polish and half Italian. So either you would eat a Polish or Italian meal. Like a staple of our house was kibasi. Polish kibasi, this Polish sausage with pierogies and that kind of stuff. Or Italian dishes, like she would make homemade sauce and we'd have pasta, or we would have like meatball grinders and stuff like that. That was what I ate. That was the food in my house. We didn't have like Americanized food in the house at all. It was always one or the other. So I never actually had like American style casserole at all. And that's something that Kat has made for me. And like I said, we've tried various different ones. We've even done like Mexican bakes and stuff that's Mexican style. And the one that I like the most is the tuna casserole, although I'll admit she has this Mexican bake she makes too that I really like as well. But yeah, so there you go. That's the honest truth. Very embarrassing, and now I know people will make fun of me and say that I'm not a real American. I'm some kind of a dirty foreigner who doesn't belong to be here, and I should be deported immediately, and I guess I agree with you. What else can I say? All right. Moving on. Shout out to K3W2N, who subbed for 8 months and says, I want to hold your hand. I haven't been the same man since I saw you coming in. Toast to aisle 10. I have no idea what any of that is a reference to, but I thank you very much for the resub. 8 months of support. Rob, what's going on, Rob? Just hit $5. Said, hey, Nico, let's go bowling. So, there's your cousin. Your cousin asking you to go bowling. I get the feeling we're going to hear a lot of that in the game as we play it. Thank you, Rob, for the $5 tip. Biggest tip of the day so far. And also, biggest contribution of the stream so far. So, thank you. I'll get you up on the leaderboard there. 55-year-old and still streaming. Tip me $1 asking, why is it necessary that I would explain my origin story every day? It's not necessary. Everyone knows who I am. It's seriously debilitating. It's only debilitating to those of you who are here for the wrong reasons. If you're a dickhead who's only here to insult me during gameplay, and I don't get to the gameplay because I'm within like 3 minutes telling my origin story, maybe you're annoyed, but there's people who come in every day who are newcomers and want to know, all right? It kind of explains my background and explains why I'm reliant on crowdfunding in order to keep stuff going. Maybe eventually I won't do that. Right now it's part of my pre-stream, and you're the only person that's complained. So, thanks for the $1 tip, but it's not going to change. Tough titties. Don't worry, there's going to be 4 hours of gameplay for you to make fun of later, you no-life loser. Continuing on. X Factor tipped me $1 and said, I got everything I ever wanted, and I'll never get to give that back. Oh, I know you hate that fact. Alright, I don't know who this is. I don't know what that's a reference to. It certainly sounds like some kind of song lyrics. I appreciate the $1 tip. Thank you, X Factor. I appreciate that very much. All right. Shout out to M5NSX, who did a 250-bit cheer and says, ready for some murder side, Phil. Hey. This is Grand Theft Auto. This is not Mass Murder Simulator, all right? In light of recent events and what President Trump has said about video games, let's all take a step back here. And, we got to understand that we have to be responsible with our actions in video games because it could lead to real-life consequences, according to the president. So what we should do is when I play this game, refuse to actually harm anyone. It's going to be a non-violent run of Grand Theft Auto 4, and we're going to find a way to actually beat the game without hurting anybody. Okay? It's about time someone took a stand and understood that if you play violent video games, you immediately become a violent human and you cause atrocities in real life. We all know this. I mean, this is all fact. It's been scientifically proven with documented evidence over the years. And that's why, it's such a big concern that making these violent video games is causing all these problems in our real world. So that's it. It's going to be a pacifist, non-violent run, and we're going to see how it goes. I think I'm going to be able to progress nicely in the game. Right. Anyway, thank you, M5NSX, top cheer of the day. I appreciate that very much. Continuing on, 2K is gone. Tipped me $1 and said, very nice. Okay, 2K is gone. Probably a troll reference. Can't really 100% confirm, but I thank you very much. And thanks for the $1 tip. Super Bat Cat. Resubbed for tier 2, by the way, which is the higher level of subscription, which is very nice because it helps me out more, for 30 months. It's 30 months of support. Thank you so much, Super Bat Cat. And he says, say hi to Jasper from one cat to another. Indeed I shall. Later tonight when Jasper joins us for Street Fighter and he mashes the buttons along with... Maybe he'll help me. Maybe when I'm doing a 100-hand slap, he'll help me slap the buttons. That'd be pretty cool. I get tired of slapping those buttons in Street Fighter. So anyway, yeah, I will tell Jasper. We'll see Jasper later tonight, and I'll tell him. Give him a shout-out for you, bro. Thank you very much for the resub. Much appreciated. Keith Urban, that's right, the very popular musician, tipped me $1 and says, Casserole is cat from the redneck states. No. I wasn't aware that Casserole was redneck. Like, what are you talking about? Just because something's American food doesn't mean it's redneck. Are you saying that all American cuisine is redneck cuisine? That's ridiculous. In fact, I'm very offended. Keith Urban, as an American musician, you should have more respect for us. And I'm very, very, very insulted that you would say that. And I'm actually going to be contacting all of your representation, shortly to let them know what you've said. And we're going to get this all out in the media. We're going to expect a public apology from you because you should know better. You're representing American celebrities and American musicians, and you should know better what you say and do on someone's live stream. You should be held accountable. So now you're going to be held accountable. All right? I've had enough of you. Keith Urban is Australian. No, he's not. All right, maybe he is. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Keith Urban. I'm sure his real name is really Urban, by the way. That definitely sounds like his real name. Anyway, let's continue. Timbo Slice cheered. He says, can we get a happy birthday song for the Green Bay Packers who turn 100 years old today? All right. Pack it in, let us begin. Gotta pack that cheese up your ass. All right, there's your birthday song. Thank you, Timbo Slice, for the 50-bit cheer and happy birthday to the Packers. 100 years of packing cheese up the butt. Very nice. L Saturn has resubbed for 6 months. Thank you very much, L Saturn. He says, enjoy your Sunday, Phil. Would you consider playing some PUBG anytime soon? Anytime soon? No, absolutely not. However, let's talk and be honest here. Coming up, we've got a new Modern Warfare game in October. That's probably going to take over for me playing Black Ops 4. I really doubt anyone's going to want to care about Black Ops 4 after Modern Warfare hits in October. Just being honest here, all right? So, that's going to leave a gap kind of in my schedule where maybe people would want Battle Royale. Now, I haven't played PUBG in over a year. I think the last time I played PUBG was the update they did in mid-2018 with that new map, the desert map, and I played it a few times. And I didn't really care. I never went back to it. Maybe I would give PUBG a shot once we're done with Blackout. So maybe come October, all right, and, we're playing Modern Warfare. Black Ops 4 is dead. Maybe I'll try PUBG again, give it an update here on the Xbox One, and see what see how it runs now. I'll be honest. I don't think it runs any better. I think it's going to be just as bad as it was. Probably choppy, terrible delayed controls. It's going to be a piece of donkey shit. I really have no confidence that PlayerUnknown updated the game to run better. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised, but I guess we'll see if I do check this out again. But that's my answer is never say never. I'm not planning on doing it anytime soon now. Maybe in the future, maybe after we're done with Blackout in a couple months here, then maybe I'll consider checking it out, but we'll see. Okay? All right. Continuing on, Code Castile tipped me $1. He says, why don't you put your origin story in the About Me section on your Twitch profile instead of explaining it every single time because there really isn't that many newcomers? A couple reasons. Number one, because then the entire Twitch dashboard would be insanely huge and distended and not looking well. It's very hard already to get those Twitch panels to look good because they basically, it's very hard to order them properly. All right. So, it is what it is, but you know, if I put my whole story there, it basically wouldn't look. First of all, no one is really going to look down there to read the whole origin story anyway, just being honest. And number two, it would make the whole thing look terrible. So there's your honest answer. Plus, I squeeze my origin story into about 2 to 3 minutes. It's not that big of a deal. And if you don't like it, you can either plug your ears with your fingers, or you can go do something. You can go make yourself a sandwich, maybe a drink. Go take a dump. Maybe you can just put your head in the toilet and flush, for all I care. If you don't like to hear the origin story, you don't have to hear it. You can go do something else. Timbo Slice cheered again. He said, there are rumors coming from well-known Call of Duty insiders that Modern Warfare will in fact have a Battle Royale mode, but not until early next year. I guess we'll see then. I guess we'll see. I think that would be pretty weird because it's not much of a selling point for the game if it doesn't come out at launch. And if they add it later, maybe they're hoping if the game doesn't sell well at launch, they could try to sell it later with Battle Royale. I don't know. I guess we'll see. All right, continuing on. Real American History tipped $1 and basically called us all idiots, saying this is a racist country and, you know, we're laughing at video. I don't know. Anyway, Real American History, thanks for the $1 tip. You always say the weirdest things on my streams, and they're so political and polarized. There's no way I'm going to read it anyway. But thank you for the $1 tip. I appreciate that. All right. So now, what I'd like to do is give a shout-out to the top 10 cheerers of the week. As I said, last chance, number one, to even get up on this leaderboard because this resets overnight. And quite frankly, with some of these totals, it would be pretty easy to get up there on the leaderboard of the top 10 cheerers of the week. But I do want to give credit where credit is due. So let's go ahead and do so. Top 10 cheerers of the week. In 10th place, we've got Sambuca 2020. Thank you, Sambuca. We've got a tie for 8th place between Ludwig World Order and Mr. Papavera. Thank both of you. 7th place goes to Babyman Gaming. One of them. There's like 10 of them, but one of them is in 7th. 6th place goes to Bent Boxer. 5th place is Big Sloppy Meat. I just love saying that. 4th place, M5 NSX. 3rd place this week is Liquids First. 2nd place, Kevy Bear Jr. And sitting there pretty, you know, safely and soundly at first, unless we get some big cheering action today, Babyman Demonic Gaming. Excuse me, I screwed this up. Baby Demonic Gaming, not Baby Man Demonic Gaming. Baby Demonic Gaming is in 1st place. Okay. So, again, thanks to everyone who cheered. I appreciate that very much. Thanks to anyone who contributed so far on the pre-stream today. Since we got a few subs, what I'll probably do here is check sub count. Hold on a second here. All right. Hold on. Okay, let's check sub count. Let's see how we're doing. And we have lost several hundred subs. No, we didn't. We're at 566 subs. We actually went slightly up. So we need 34 more subs, guys. If we can get 4 more subs today, we'll hit the sub goal and we'll be able to do the retrospective event. That would be amazing. So if you're not a subscriber yet, please consider it. The many benefits you get, the emotes, not having to watch ads, and getting the cool chat crown badge. Okay? Fair enough? All right, guys. So that looks like that's it. Contributions have all been covered. Let's go ahead and we're going to end the pre-stream. I'm going to very briefly go use the restroom so that I don't have to do so during the stream until break, which is going to be over 2 hours after this. And we'll get started. You know, GTA 4, I'm excited for it. Like I said, it was the very first GTA game I ever played. It still kind of holds a special place for me because it's the game that kind of really immersed me in console gaming and got me into console gaming again after being pretty much a hardcore Street Fighter player for like 7 years. I played this game and it blew me away with what modern gaming was doing and got me re-immersed into the gaming landscape with games like BioShock and games like Mass Effect. Blue Dragon. These kind of games immersed me so much in modern gaming that I was like, damn, and that's when I really turned it into a hobby and made YouTube videos of it. Okay. All right. So let's end the pre-stream. Take about, just a couple minutes here. We need to go use the restroom. I'll be right back, and then we're going to start up with GTA 4, so I'll see you in just a bit. Thanks, everyone, so far, and be right